Hello, YouTube. So, I'm sitting here, and I got to thinking about home time and what we do, and we spend a lot of time away from our families as truck drivers, especially in the oil field, because they're not allowed to ride with you. Outside the oil field, you can get lucky and have a new navigator who obviously has a piece of candy stuck. Anyways, here's the deal, guys. You work hard. The last thing you want to do after being away from your family for 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 weeks at a time is go home and not spend quality time with your family. This is real important. And some of you are like, oh, I spend quality time. Let's think about it. Do you really? Do you really spend the time you need to spend with your family? Or when you get home, do you call your buddies up and go do some fishing, or go to the bar, or I made it a point when I came home, if I was home, typically I was home a week, so 7 days, that 6 of those days was spent with my family, period. I went and done things with them. Now, I'm fortunate that my son likes to golf with me, and he's quiet and he understands it. So, but I took one day, that was it, and it was typically only 5 or 6 hours, and that's when I would go golfing. I would go play around the golf by myself with some adults, maybe drink a beer. But when I got home, golf was over. I spent quality time with my family. I see a lot of guys, they don't do that, and you end up, honestly, it ends up in divorce, and that's a bad thing all around. And your kids are suffering because you're not home, and then you come home and you're not home. So, guys, when you get done working, if you're home 4 days, make sure you're spending 3.5 of those days serious quality time with your family. It's going to make your life a lot easier in the oil field. It's going to make it a lot happier at home. And I promise you're going to come to find that later on you'll appreciate that time. Your kids and your wife, your family's going to appreciate that time. But what you're going to find is it's going to make it easier to go to work and come home and make that transition from a work attitude to a home attitude, because your family's not going to be what's a word for it, temperamental, so to speak, about you being home. It was a mistake that I made for a lot of years, is I would go out to the oil field and work for months at a time, and I would bring that same attitude back to the house. So I was consistently arguing with my wife, consistently arguing with my daughter, and it just made for a bad relationship. So guys, when you go home, leave work at work, spend serious quality time with your family. If you're going home and spending that time with your family, and your wife sees how much you appreciate what she's putting up with, you being gone, take the kids for a day. Give her a break. Take the kids to the park, or, let her go out and get lunch by herself with the girlfriends or something like that. But, show your wife or significant other that they are appreciated for putting up with you being gone, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 weeks at a time, taking care of your kids, with no help, and no help close. Guys, if you got any questions about some quality time or things to do in Texas, especially if you're up in North Texas, north of Dallas, or anywhere in the DFW Metroplex, just shoot me a message. I got a 4-year-old boy. We go do all kinds of stuff. I can tell you about museums and cool parks that got cool features. I'm telling you, I can help you out. And don't be afraid to get out of the truck somewhere and just play toss. Me and Hunter over here, we're at a rest area right now. And we went inside and seen their exhibit, and they got a big pond out here. We walked around, and we're going to toss the ball. We're going to be here for a little bit, not all night, but a little bit. So get out, stretch our legs, and enjoy some father-son time outside of this truck. So guys, please, 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 take the time to spend quality time with your family. Take the time to show your family that you truly do appreciate. Yeah. You truly do appreciate what they put up with you being gone, the sacrifice that they're making, letting you do what you love to do or what you need to do to make a living for your family. Please, please, show them people in your life the time they deserve. You'll thank me later.